What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another WNBA video. We have ourselves game 3 of the WNBA Finals to dive into, going down Wednesday, October 8th. So we're going to break down and analyze that game. I'm going to talk about which way that I'm leaning as far as the points of the spread. We're also going to go over a player prop that I found in this game that I'm looking at. And then when it's all said and done, make sure you check down there into that pinned comment. You'll find a link down there that'll send you over to the Guy Boston Sports website. That's where all of my final plays for this game is going to live for free. Before we dive into this game, let's go ahead and jump over there to the website. That way we can recap our plays from game number 2. Let's see what we put in for that one and how it all ended up going down. Because, man, we went into game 2 with some momentum, right? You can see it in the thumbnail, a 5-0 run, but that comes to a crashing halt there in game 2. We go 0-2 on the night. Took that full game total under 165.5, and they go up and over the mark. Took the Mercury on the money line, and they lose by 13 points. So 0-2 overall. We did only put half units in on each of those plays, so just 1 unit loss overall on the day. But we're going to look to bounce back here in game 3 and stack up on some units instead of losing those units. Guys, let's see what kind of value we can find here on the board for game number 3. Smash that like button down there for me if you can, and hit subscribe if you have not already. Let's go ahead and dive right into the mix. It's going to be an 8 p.m. tip-off time for this one. We got the Mercury at home, 3.5-point favorites. Total sitting at 163.5. Vegas, they're now up 2-0 after a convincing win in game 2. We've now seen these aces take care of business 2 different ways in these finals, right? Game 1, we saw Jackie Young kind of cool off to some degree, you could say. She was battling through some muscle cramps, but nonetheless, she only put up 10 points, just 3 of 13 shooting overall from the field. 0 of 6 shooting from deep in that one. Vegas, they saw big games from the bench, though, from Joel Lloyd and Dana Evans. They combined for 39 points between them, shooting over 50% from both deep and overall from the field. The Mercury did hold leads for large portions of Game 1 before a late Aces rally sealed a 3-point Vegas win over Phoenix. And then in Game 2, we saw the Stars go off for the Aces, man. Asia with 28 points, 14 rebounds. Young with 32 points, along with 8 boards herself. I mean, great, man. She's been in her bag doing what she does, right? Stuff in the stat sheet, dishing out 10 assists in each of these first 2 games, flirting with triple doubles in the process. This Aces team, man, they just kind of feel too deep for the Mercury right now, man, looking at this one. And one thing about the W that we've grown to learn, matchups, man, they really do matter, right? We've seen these two. They've played each other 6 different times on the year. The Aces have won 5 of those 6 meetings. That only loss was by 6 points to the Mercury in their very first meeting this year, way back in June, and also without the services of MVP Asia Wilson. Then you got to look at the fact, man, that the Mercury, while returning home here for game 3, they come into this one with multiple players battling through injury. AT has an undisclosed injury on her left hand. She suffered that in game 1. Asked about it. She said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Right. Yeah, Sammy Whitcomb, she said she's good to go after that hyperextended knee in game 1. She's got the sleeve on her leg, but, man, she was pretty much a non-factor in game 2, right? Only 13 minutes, 0 points, 0 from 3 shooting from the field. She's not 100 either. And now Sabally, playing with an ankle injury of her own. They ask her about it in the presser. She immediately shuts it down. I'm fine. Man, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. She's a game time decision coming into this one. Had her whole foot stepped on there at the end of that game, man. So, yeah, a little bit of uncertainty on the side of Phoenix, in my opinion. The injuries that they're dealing with, the struggles that they've had containing not only Asia in the post, but then the Aces guards along the perimeter as well. Man, I'm inclined to look at the Aces catching the points here on the road. I'm gonna lean that way. Feels crazy though, and it's like I'm having a hard time getting there. It's just like I have a hard time seeing Phoenix falling down 3-0 in this one, man. There's so much talent on that side of the ball. And when that offense gets going, man, and when they start shooting the ball really well from deep, they're really, really tough to beat. They play such great defense as well. But this matchup, they've really have struggled with Vegas throughout the course of the season. Even when the Aces weren't really playing the dominant ball that we've seen them play down the stretch here at the end of the year. So said, man, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get there, but that's where I'm leaning. I got to lean with the Aces catching the points here. I can't lay the points with the Mercury right now. Now, for the total, we've seen 2 straight overs to open up the series. I was on the right side of that here in game 1, right? But we took that under, obviously, for game 2 to no avail. In these playoffs so far, the Mercury are coming in at second for defensive rating at home, but second from last offensively. The Aces on the road, they're coming in at first for offensive rating, fourth defensively. Now, both head-to-head meetings in Phoenix this season, they did go up and over this specific number. I mean, I think the Mercury do shoot the ball significantly better from deep here at home than that 18% that we saw them shoot in game 2. I don't think they all of a sudden find answers defensively, though, and how to shut this Vegas team down. Maybe they can slow them down to some degree, but I just don't know how that how do they shut down Asia without getting into foul trouble? How do they handle the four guards on the perimeter for Vegas that can all create for themselves and others? I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it for Phoenix on the defensive side for, even as great of a defensive team as they are. There's just too much there on the Vegas side. So I'm going to lean over looking at this game as well. Then we'll jump over here to Outlier. Take a look at Chelsea Gray of the Aces, her points and assists over 16.5. We can get this at minus 125 over there at DraftKings, man. She has been killing this number, right? All the season hitting this at a 52% rate, 28 out of the 54 games this year, hitting in the green. And head to head, we can see 57% right, 4 out of the last 7 games, 4 out of the last 6 this season, though. So we do like to see that, including the last 2 here in the WNBA Finals. She's gone for 10 assists in each of those, like we said, 10 points there in game 2, flirting with a triple double, man, averaging 17.7 points and assists against the Mercury head to head over those last 7 games. In her last 5, she has hit this at a 100% rate, averaging 20.6 points and assists over those last 5 games. And then you can see from this insight from Outlier, she has exceeded this mark in 5 of her last 6 games on the road as well, averaging 20.5 points and assists. That's an 83% hit rate in her last 6 road games. So we love to see that. You can scroll over here and check out Phoenix, right? They're sitting at 4th for points allowed, 6th for assists allowed, but both of those numbers do go up when looking at them guarding that perimeter, and that's where they've struggled. We've talked about that already against this Aces team. They're sitting at 8th for points allowed and assists allowed when facing that guard position specifically. So I do like this look for Chelsea Gray, especially at that price, that minus 125. We can get it over 17.5 if you want to play a little more risky, right? You can get that at plus money over there at ESPN Bet right now. I think I'd probably play that 16.5 just to play it a little bit more safe. WNBA has been a little crazy this year, so I'm not feeling as risky this year, right? But yeah, man, if you want to, you want to play that plus money play right there, I do think it's worth a look as well. And those numbers still look pretty good. Everything's still looking pretty green down here, right? Look at her in her last 5, still going up and over that mark. So definitely like this one here, Chelsea Gray, over 16.5 points and assists at minus 125 or over 17.5 at plus money. That is going to wrap it up here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Hope you found the content helpful and useful. And if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you have not already. And that is going to do it, man. Hope you guys all cash out and have yourselves a great game 3. I'm going to see you back here for game number 4.